Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Unapologetic Entrepreneur. And today, I want to start off by saying Happy New Year again. That's right. Happy New Year. I know some of you are looking at your phones right now like, what's wrong with this guy? I know, I get it. Well, it's New Year. See, for those of you that know about growing a business, that you understand my point. Today, actually, not today. Today is actually the 3rd. So 2 days ago started New Year's for a lot of entrepreneurs. See, people who actually build things see that the first half of the year, which tells you a lot about the ending, has already closed. That's right. 6 months gone. And most people won't even notice it happened. They're just living day by day. Here's the question nobody wants to sit with. People are not asking themselves, what did I get done? That's not the question. It's who did I become in the last 6 months? Because if nothing about you changed, nothing about your results is going to change either. That's the truth. And honestly, for some people that hurts. You don't need, let me tell you something. You don't need another January. You don't need a fresh calendar. You don't even need another pep talk on a Monday. All you need is one honest decision. One honest decision. See, you've still got 26 weeks. That's 184 days. A little over 4,000 hours. I want you to understand that that's not time running out. It's running away. And on this conversation today, we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to change everything. If it's good, we're going to go great. If it's flatlining, we're going to give it life. Let's get started. All right. So as I said, today's topic, I should say, is going to be Happy New Year again. The next 26 weeks decide your next 26 years. That's right. It compounds, guys. So we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about what needs to be done first. For those of you on, before I begin, let me say hello to everyone. Where's my people at? Hey, how's it going, Heather? How you doing? Francine the Dream, how you doing? Guys, don't forget, in order for me to see you and give you a shout out, you have to say something on the chat so I can make it pop up on the screen. And you can also ask questions and get involved. It's that type of party. I'm willing to hear from you. Let's have a conversation. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe. The QR codes are in the corner.
Like, share, and subscribe. Send this message to someone that might need to hear it. Hey, what's going on, Brandon? Oh, Miss Primo. What's going on, Kelsey? Thank you for tuning in, guys. We're going to talk about it today, and I'm going to have a conversation with you guys. Now, this conversation is not only for you. This conversation is for me, too, because I analyze my business on a month-to-month basis. As an entrepreneur, I will, all the time. I will hold myself accountable. And today we're going to, we're going to talk about looking in the mirror. All right. I want you to think about that, what a mirror does. It reflects. Think about that for a second. Before we talk about where you're heading, before you ever start talking about what you're heading, don't become part of the about to tribe. I'm about to do this. Let's talk about where you're standing right now. Look at yourself in the mirror right now. Look at your business eye to eye and ask yourself these simple little things. And actually take a piece of paper out and write down the answers. Be true to yourself. All right? Be true to yourself. Are you ahead of where you thought you were going to be by now? Is your business really growing? Or are you just busy? Is there more money in your account? Or is there just more activity? There is a difference. Is your family better off for how you spend these last 6 months? Are they healthier? Are they sharper? Are they still excited about the promises you made in January? Or are you just in survival mode? Are you just surviving, keeping the lights on, and calling that a plan? Ask yourself these questions. I'm not asking you to ask yourself these questions to make you feel bad. I just want you to have a moment of honesty, which brings upon clarity. All right. I'm asking you because your business never lies to you. It will never lie. It can't. It's literally impossible for your business to lie to you. It just quietly reflects your daily habits month after month. Think about that for a second. Take notes of this. I'm telling you guys, this is inventory. If you really care about your business and you care about succeeding, you're going to take inventory. The mirror doesn't lie. You can lie to yourself every day. You could have wishful thinking, but the numbers will tell you the truth. So it's time to take a deep dive into your business. If you haven't already, like I said, we're on the 3rd. I did this way like 3 days prior to the 1st. And I know people that did this at the beginning of last month. I'm still learning. I'm a little behind the 8 ball compared to some of these people. Wait. We got something going on in the chat. Oh, how you doing, coach? All right, what's going on, Dennis? Don't forget the junior. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. He agrees. He's talking about inventory as well. I think Dennis took some inventory of his business. All right, so that's the first part. You got to really look in the mirror. All right, and I'm gonna get to it, but I want you guys I want to put you in that frame of mind first. I want you to understand that math doesn't flinch. All right. Let me show you something that changed or transformed how I think. I want you to picture the last 6 months and put it on repeat. All right? Put it on repeat. What does your December look like? Let's paint the picture. If the first 6 months you made $40,000, what do you think you're going to have by December? 80 if you're lucky. Let's say you brought on 10 new clients. How many are you going to bring on in the next 6 months? 16, if you're lucky. We just double it up, right? Let's say you spend the first 6 months thinking, or I like to say, getting ready. Congratulations. You're about to become a world-class procrastinator. You're about to start 6 months late because you were thinking for the first 6 months. See, the future isn't a strange mystery. Most of it is already sitting inside of your habits. We talk about habits a lot. You've got everything you need right now. And if you're honest, we're going to use that word. I wish I could just make it pop up. Honest about it. You can basically read the writing on the wall. You need to use that mirror, reflect your business, and seriously write down your numbers. Do the math. The math don't lie. See, there's reasons why businesses actually die. But there's also ways to stop the bleeding. That's the good news. There's ways to stop the bleeding. See, businesses don't die or go under because people are just lazy or because of one dramatic situation. Spirit Airlines didn't go down because of one dramatic situation. Come on. See, businesses go down because of the little things compounding over time. That's why businesses go down. But today, after much research, I'm going to be able to give you 10 things that you can do to change your business today. Actionable steps. 10 actionable steps that you can do right now to help your business. I hope you guys are ready. Let's see what's going on in the conversation. Money never lies. Ain't that the truth? Let's see. Brandon says, my bank account isn't there yet, but it takes discipline and consistent activity for that to happen. It takes patience and discipline to create those numbers. I know I'm capable of. How do you get back? How do you get on track so the two become one? Well, I would tell you it always leads to mentorship. Look at somebody that has something you want and copy them, talk to them, ask them. Hey, I believe one of my mentors was on here the other day and said, hey, buy your mentor a cup of coffee and have a conversation. See, what happens is sometimes people have conversations and they start talking about the weather. Take that time to get mentored. Mentoring requires questions, requires you to do a lot less talking and a lot more listening. So if you ask the right questions, you're going to get the answers to what you seek. So I would tell you mentorship, man. That's the first step I would take. Mentorship answered a lot of questions for me. Every moment you get, just ask a question. Just make sure it's a question that's going to help your business elevate. Don't always talk about the weather. Hopefully that helped you, brother. So I'm going to tell you one of the major problems that a lot of businesses are having in 2026. You ready? Here's one of the major problems. They have lack of vision. Write that down. Lack of vision. You know what? I'm going to put it right here. Lack of vision. I'm doing you guys a favor. Lack of vision. What do you think about that? Go ahead, respond. Lack of vision. Let me tell you something about lack of vision. A lot of entrepreneurs have reached this point right now and they lost their way. They stop seeing tomorrow. They just stop. It's gone. They're buried under today's problems. Therefore, their vision is blocked. The fire inside of them burnt out. The inner voice, silent. The client who upset them has them going in the wrong direction. Therefore, their inner light is gone and they have no vision. And once you can't see where you're going, everybody knows what happens. Every day turns into you being reactive instead of proactive. Now you're reacting to everything that's happening because you have no vision. You're not building anything. You're only responding. That is a terrible position to be for an entrepreneur, to always be responding. A business with no destination does one thing, and we talked about it. It drifts. It drifts in all directions. Worst of all the directions are down. So lack of vision is one of the major problems. But I have an anecdote. Here's a fix. Here's something you could do right now, an actionable thing you can do. You can write one massive, listen to the word that the vocabulary is so important, guys. Words are powerful. Write one massive, specific goal for December 31st. Not something like, I want to grow my business. Make it a real number, make it tangible. I want my business to grow. My business will grow by 30%. A real outcome that you can be genuinely proud of. More importantly, something you can track. That's your quick fix right there. I just gave you a hack. Let's see if anybody got any. What do you guys have to say about that in the chat? Is that something that could be done? Is that something that could be done? Let me see if somebody wrote something. Oh, my comment is there. All right. Was there a moment in your own journey when your vision expanded beyond your current circumstances? What changed? How does vision influence the decisions we make today, even when we can't see immediate results? That's the point of vision. You manifest these things, sir. And was there a moment in my journey when my vision expanded beyond my current circumstances? Every day. I'm always looking at my vision, and my vision is looking further. I'm getting bigger, and my vision is getting bigger and bigger every day as we speak right now. I went from whatever you guys call wanting to live comfortable, to saying I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family, to say I'm going to grow. You know what? I'm not only going to be the first, I'm going to have a tribe of millionaires behind me. I'm going to bring people with me. My vision's always expanding. I'm a dreamer that puts things on paper. And when you put them to paper, that's when they come to life. How does my vision influence my decisions? Well, I make decisions according to my goals. So when somebody asks me something, or if I have to make a decision and it is not in alignment with my goals or my vision, then it's not a decision that I'm going to make in the positive. I learned the value of the word no. And you know what? One of my teammates, one of my business partners said something that hit me hard that I'm going to tell you now. The word no is a complete sentence. It doesn't need explanation. I learned how to use it properly. So back to my topic. I want you to stay on task here. I gave you one thing already. Make sure that you write down one massive specific goal for December 31st. It has to be specific, has to have a date, it has to have a number. And I want you to put that somewhere you see it every day. You know what? Create a vision board with that on it. I'm going to give you another fix and something else that comes up a lot. You ready for this? Inconsistency. Ooh, that hurt somebody. Ooh, somebody logged off. I hurt somebody's feelings. I know I did. Inconsistent activity. Some people just look for motivation. Well, here's the truth for you. Motivation is a liar. It shows up loud on Monday and ghosts you by Thursday. And this is what you're depending on. Motivation. So many people wait until they can feel it, until they feel like it. And the days they don't feel like it, well, they just skip that day. And that day becomes 2 days. And 2 days becomes a week. And next thing you know, here you are, inconsistent. That's right, inconsistent. Inconsistent activity will kill your business. So now what you need to do is become consistent. See, consistency compounds quietly. Let's put that up there for you. Here's your fix. Build a daily standard that doesn't depend on your mood. I should have added or emotions. Or emotions. Go ahead, write that one down. That's something that you could tangibly do right now to change your business if you don't like it. See, consistency compounds, like I said. Everything compounds. Whether you do good things or bad things, it compounds, so make your choice. See, it's very important to compound things in the right way. If you build that standard. Oh, we have a guest? No, we don't have a guest. I heard somebody come in. Okay, no, I thought somebody was knocking on my door. I was about to say, I didn't invite anybody, but we might have to get into a conversation if you come up on here. See, if you set a standard, how many calls you're going to make, that's going to compound over time. How many appointments you're going to set, how many conversations are you going to have? And you block out real time to do these things, it will change your business. It will put you in the right direction. See, consistent activity is so important. It will carry you through the days that you don't want to do your business. Because then as an entrepreneur, I can tell you right now, there's a lot of days that people don't want to do their business. That's normal. That's human. So, number one, I gave it to you. Number two is build a daily standard. So let's get to number three. What is a problem that people are facing in their businesses? You ready for this one? We talked about this last episode. Hey, guys, you can hit the QR code. It'll take you straight to the YouTube. Watch 2 episodes ago, right before we were talking about that wonderful book that I'm reading, by the way. Shout out to Mr. Mark Tarolia. Wonderful book, man. Thanks for the tips. Can't wait to have you back on once I'm done with it. But I talked about some of the things that the devil uses. This is one of them right here. The fear of rejection. People are just afraid of rejection. Most opportunities aren't lost. People don't lose opportunities because of the way they pitch or who they talk to. They don't lose those opportunities. Those aren't lost. You know when they lose them? The opportunities die when conversations never occur. When people just don't have the conversation. That's when they're lost. And why don't they have the conversation? Because they're scared. They have fear. That's why they're lost. That phone call you never made, the text message you never sent, the DM that you never sent. Those are lost. There's no follow-up because you're scared of rejection, so you're not going to follow up. You take it too personal. So instead of doing the work, you avoid it. Well, we're going to have a fix for that. Here's your fix. Most opportunities aren't lost in the pitch. They die in the conversations that we are too scared to have. So what do? Have the conversations. I don't want to make the phone call. Do it. I don't want to send the text message. Send it. Do it anyway. That's your fix. Do it anyway. Get rejected. There's a book. Go for no. Hey, why not? When you get that yes, it's going to be totally worth it. Go get rejected on purpose. Put yourself in positions to get rejected so the word stops hurting you. Set a target for how many no's you can hear in a week. Forget a week. Do it daily. I'm going for 10 no's today. See how many times you win. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many times you end up short on getting 10 no's. It's all here. Change your mindset. You change everything. Go for the no. Flip it. Suddenly, the no's won't feel like failure. It's a progress that you're working towards. Every no is just letting you know next opportunity. Next opportunity. No doesn't mean no. It just means next opportunity. There's a yes somewhere in there. So go for that no. That's your third fix. Let's see what we got here. We got some Brandon, I'm going to start charging you, my man. You need one-on-one. How does someone build confidence? Does it start with product knowledge? Does it begin before that with building good habits or being consistent? Explain the significance of confidence and how to begin building it. See, confidence is something that you build. No one can build your confidence for you. It doesn't start with product knowledge. It starts with just learning and doing. It's an actionable thing. You want to get confident, you keep doing things and you get better at them. My thing again, a lot of your questions seem to go towards coaching. Here's the thing about coaching. There's a lot of players in different sports that have great coaches, but the player doesn't accelerate. I wish that we were face to face so I could ask you why. I'm going to tell you why that happens. Because the player isn't ready to receive the message. I would tell you to be more coachable if that's a problem that you're having. I don't know. That's an inner thing. You got to know. I'm going to tell you from my experience, there was a time that the reason I didn't accelerate is because I was not coachable. See, I have 3 masters and 2 bachelors, and I thought I was too educated. And I was doing well for me. I plateaued. There was nothing that was going to make me greater because I was not being coachable. I was not being humble. I wasn't in a position to want to learn. You know what's one of the things that they taught me? Stop using the word I know. Every time, if you're talking to somebody and a mentor is talking to you and you rebuttal with the words I know, you suddenly blocked everything that your mentor was going to tell you subconsciously without knowing. I know. You hear this a lot. I know. Hey, you should not touch the red pot. I know. Everything I say after that, you didn't hear because you subconsciously blocked the lessons and the blessings that were coming after what I said with the words I know. You got to be more receptive. God gave us 2 ears, 1 mouth. That's so we can listen more than we speak. So if you're asking for mentorship and you're talking to a mentor, speak less, listen more. And refrain from using the words, I know. Look at that. Some mentor going out on the same time while we're giving these notes. Oh, I'm loving today. So we talked about the fear of rejection. This is one that there's a lot of them, but one of my teammates really lives or dies on this word, man. This is number 4, for those of you keeping count. Number 4, no accountability. See, nobody knows if they're winning because nobody's really keeping score. Now, if you start looking at the metrics and you feel like you're just being busy but not productive, and the numbers quietly fall apart underneath you, if there was no scoreboard, you can hide from the truth. And a lot of people have already done that. They hide from the numbers. They pretend they're not there. They don't look at them. There's no accountability. You're not being accountable to yourself because you're afraid to look at the numbers. The numbers will tell you the story. They'll tell you if you're growing, if you're dying. Are you tracking everything? How many people are you talking to? How many times are you posting if that's what you do? What's the reaction to the post? Or are you just letting things happen instead of making things happen? Well, I got a fix for you. Track what matters and look at it often. Track your numbers. If you guys do ads out there, how many ads did you let out, and how much did that, or how many of those ads brought back something? How many people did you speak to? How many people did you engage with? How many people did you let them know what you do? Too many, not enough. What's the number? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you tracking what you're doing? Can someone that's mentoring you say, okay, how many people you speak to, and you actually could show them on a piece of paper? Do you have that? If you don't, you can fix it. The next 6 months can be different because you can track your numbers. It makes a big difference. Number 5. You're trying to be a lone ranger, trying to do everything all by yourself. You know, you want to be an army of one. I want you to understand something, that when you are an army of one and you're only doing any business by yourself, you don't have counsel, you don't have people around you, you have no staff, no business partners. I want you to know something. You actually just created your lid. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please refer to Law of the Lid. I'm just looking at the comments because sometimes they pop up and they're too big. I see you here. I see you here. Let's see what's going on. We got a question, though. Don't want to miss that one. I saw a question. All right. What do you say to someone who's indecisive and stuck in decision? Oh, paralyzation, analyzation. Someone who's just stuck. What do I say to them? Well, there's so many things you could say. It depends on the relationship I have with the person, but something along the lines as move it. See, the biggest nation is procrastination. And people that procrastinate don't do much. So I'm going to do my best to get them moving, but sometimes there's only so much you can do. But if the person's procrastinating and really paralyzed, you have to find out what's their trigger. Most importantly, what's their why? Your why should pull you. Motivation should push you. It runs out. Motivation pushes out. So you need that why, because that why is going to keep pulling you closer to your goal. You need to figure out and find out that person's why. And that's what I would use to motivate that person and move them from being paralyzed. Their why. Hopefully that answers your question. Oh, we got something here too from Ezra saying, yep, track everything. All right. Oh, whoa. It popped in, popped out. There you go. Definitely have to track. All right. So back to doing it alone. Stop doing this. Stop doing your business alone. Please stop doing your business alone. Every person has arms and legs. They have a partner in most cases. You know, isolation might feel safe, but I want you to know that it also stuns your growth. So stop doing things alone. Here's your fix. Oh, we got some notes for you today. Hopefully, I'm touching somebody. Find a mentor who's already walked where you're going. Find that mentor that's already walked where you're going. They'll be able to tell you, be careful, that's a speed bump. But again, it goes back to what I said. You got to be receptive. If you're not receptive to what you're being told, McFly, hello, McFly, you're only hurting yourself. So I want you to sink that in, but find a mentor. A mentor will be able to guide you through the traps so you don't have that problem. Ooh, through the traps. Oh, man, find yourself a mentor. 8 traps between you and 8 figures. Look at that. I got a mentor right there. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be physical. It's a book that you can read. Find that mentor. That's right. That's number 5. Let's go to number 6. Here's number 6. Here's something that businesses are really hurting. Let's see. We got some comments out there. Okay, we're watching. All right, what's going on? Harold. All right. Number 6 is interesting. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have the same amount of time. Here's where some fail and some don't. Poor time management. See, people say they don't have time. That sound familiar? I don't have time. They almost always find time. They just don't prioritize things. See, the day can fill up with emails, text messages, phone calls. You got to decide what's urgent. You got to do better with your time. What am I putting most of my time into things that do not produce money? Am I putting time into gossip, Facebook, Instagram? I heard something this week that was crazy, and it hit like a ton of bricks, something so smooth. Going online and posting nothing is crazy. That hit me. I was like, how many times have I gone online and I didn't post something? In my head, I said, now every time I go online, I want to make sure I have my ticket for admission. That means I need to have something to post. I'll post, then I can watch. On a time limit. Put a certain time to it. Because not everything on Facebook is bad. You find ideas, things. Hey, business is a copycat business, all businesses. Find the right business, you can copy the right cat, and your business will blow up. So it's not bad to look for ideas, but don't get caught up going down the tunnel of nothingness. And before you go in, make sure you got something to post. That's your ticket for admission. Now you post something, now you got permission to watch for 10, 15 minutes. Go look what you want to look at. Enjoy your time. So what's the fix for poor time management? Time block your calendar like those hours are appointments with a client you'll never cancel on. See, my calendar is my wife. And I cheat on my wife with my GPS. My calendar tells me what to do. If it's not on my calendar, it's not going to happen. Every day, every Friday at 5 o'clock, this is on my calendar. As a matter of fact, I saw there was a glitch in my calendar and I had to fix it because somehow this didn't end up there. This is important to me. Having this conversation with you guys, letting you know the things I've done research on to fix my business and giving it out. That's important to me. So I make time for it. There's a time block for it. If it's important, it's on my calendar. If it's not important, it's not on my calendar. It might never happen. So I would tell you to use a calendar and really, really stick to it. Number 7. Oh boy. A lot of people stop growing because they don't do things to grow. See, your income rarely outgrows your identity. Rarely. The moment you stop learning, your business stops climbing. Bring it back, come rewind. The moment you stop learning, your business will stop climbing. You got to raise the lid. See, plenty of people in business aren't held back by the market at all. They're held back by an owner who quietly stopped growing. So, what do you need to do to grow? Here's your fix. You need to feed your mind. I call it I OD on PD. I overdose on personal development. Personal development. That quiet mentor that puts everything on paper for you to read, highlight, take note, and then take action. Books that I read. Highlighters I use. And notes that I take. So then I can take action. And I don't wait until I finish reading the books. Oh no. I read and apply, read and apply, read and apply. I OD on PD. You gotta personal develop if you have a business. Otherwise, don't even bother. Because your business is gonna die. Your income will not outgrow you. You will make where your mind, that's how much you can make. It all takes what's in here that's gonna tell you. If you personal develop the right way, you can make millions. You got to be ready to handle it. So feed your mind daily. 10, 15 minutes, read a book. Not read Facebook ads, not read Facebook posts. Read a BOOK, a book. You heard me, a book. It will change your life. It will change your life. Let's see what's going on in the chat. All right, all right, all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the fire. And Ezra is laughing about something. I think it's my whole book comment. Read a book. I think that's what he's laughing at. I don't know. I feel like I'm in sync right there. I think that's what we're talking about. Okay. So let's get to number 8. Here's number 8. Here's something entrepreneurs do often. Oh, man. Almost getting sick on this one. Number 8. They avoid conversations. Oh my God, some people are going to log off now. Woo! They avoid conversations. They avoid having those conversations that are dreadful to them. Usually the exact one they need to have to get them to the next level. They avoid telling people what they're not doing, what they should be doing, holding people accountable. They just don't talk to people about underperforming because that's bad news. We don't like to give bad news. It's reality. You got to adjust. Entrepreneurship is not made for everyone. It's just not. You have to have those uncomfortable conversations. You have to create the boundaries. You have to. People avoid talking to the client who walks and talks louder than them. They're afraid to talk to a client. Why? They're human just like you are. And you're the professional. They walk to your shop. They came to you. It's like you forget who you are. Come on. We have to have those tough conversations with clients and or teammates. We just got to be okay to have the conversation you've been putting off. I didn't say be aggressive. I said be clear. Have that conversation. You have to. It will change everything. Get that weight off your shoulders. Make everything a little lighter. You know what? Some people are waiting for you to have that tough conversation because they had it with themselves. But when they hear it from you, that affirms their feeling. That can lead people to breakthroughs. You have no idea how many uncomfortable conversations I've had with mentors in my past. They just let me know, and I give them permission to do so because I need course correction. I'm humbled enough to listen more and talk less. Man. Woo! Coming down today. I'm even talking to myself. Let's go to number 9. When I wrote this one down, I wanted to laugh. Here's another reason why businesses are not going well for people, or crumbling, I should say. We're chasing too many rabbits. You're chasing too many opportunities. Every shiny new item catches your attention. And you keep jumping from one offer to another offer, to one opportunity, to another opportunity, to another niche. You're confused. You're more confused than the procrastinator. You're spending so much time jumping around. You're not giving the one thing enough focus, which is your business. The one you decided to start is not going well, so you hit the eject button. Oh my God, it's getting hard. I got to go. Let me try something new and learn all over again. You keep jumping around, being undecisive. Every time that you are about to break through and get momentum, you start doing something else. And now you're juggling. Can somebody, I wish we were live. Who are the people that juggle? What are they called? I'll wait. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let you guys say it in the chat. Because that's what you end up doing. You start juggling a lot of things. Because you're too attracted. Therefore, now you become distracted. You went from attracted to distracted. And now your mind is drifting everywhere. You have no focus. Some people don't like what they're hearing. I don't know. Might lose a few viewers. That's okay. It's not for everybody. Neither is entrepreneurship. Here is your fix. Pick one thing, one business, one system, one process, and go deep enough to actually master it. I don't think that's a secret. That is not a secret. Guys, become an expert on what you do. Do the research. Spend the 10,000 hours it takes and master it. Storms are going to come, but you can weather the storm. You're supposed to go through it. Listen to what I said. You go through it. Some people in their mind, they say, I'm going through it. And what they're really doing is, I'm living in it. Stop living in it and go through it. It's okay. Find a mentor. Find a book that you need to read. Really research your business. Go all the way in and go through it. Stop getting stuck on bubblegum or jumping around from ship to ship. Once it makes sense, it's going to make dollars. I'm just saying. And let's go to number 10. Oh, number 10. I love number 10. Here's my 10 reason why things end up going bad for some entrepreneurs and their business just goes. The good news is I'm going to give you the fix, though. Some people are 3 feet from gold and they just quit way too soon. They've been in the business 5 months, 6 months, just started January. And they feel they should be superstars by now. Meanwhile, I've been studying my craft for 12 years. My mentor 15 to 20, his mentor, 15 to 20. And in 6 months, we want to be just like them. Come on. You're quitting too soon because you want microwave results. This dish requires even temperature from an oven. You're building a business. You have to move. Don't get stuck. But don't think that you should be at the end already. Don't quit. See, most businesses that fail didn't fail because the person wasn't capable of doing something. They failed because someone just stopped, and they stopped their momentum. As they were pushing that rock up the hill, they got tired of pushing and said, I'm tired. And now the rock rolled over them and started going right back down the hill. They lost their momentum. Often, right before they have their breakthrough, people just stop. It's called a breakthrough. You're not supposed to break. You go and break through. See, the harvest almost always shows up right after you go through your season. You have to go through the season. Most people just walk away while they're in that season. Seasons change, guys. Don't quit too soon. Here's your fix. Stay in the game. Adjust, pivot, improve, get help. But don't disappear. Don't become part of the witness protection program. Stay in the fight. Push through. And your business will be grateful. And so will you. Let's go to the comments. Woo! Getting it. Well, thank you. We preach MMA. Yes, we do. All right, we got some comments here. Be clear. All right. Hey, Ms. White, how you doing? Thanks for chiming in. So, guys, I hope I gave you something today. I hope that the information I gave you really gave you those 10 points that should help you, the 10 fixes to your business. Let me put them out throughout the real quick so you guys can see them. One, write down one massive specific goal for December 31st. I want you to build a daily, not a monthly, a daily standard that you're going to do regardless of your mood. All right? I want you to remain consistent throughout everything. I want you to track everything that's trackable. Find a mentor. Schedule things in the calendar. My favorite, 7 gonna take me to heaven. OD on PD. Feed your mind. Don't be afraid to have those difficult conversations. Stop jumping left and right, and let's get focused. And don't quit too soon. Stay in the game. Stay in the game. See, if we were live, I would ask, does anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns? But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this, man. I want you guys to really think about your business. Think where you're lacking. Think on really take the time to build out the things you want to do. Because that's going to change your business. That's going to change how you react. Let me see if anything's here in the chat real quick. That's going to change how you react to things. That's going to change a lot. And I did write my closing thought. Let me check in the chat and see if anybody's here. Well, you're welcome, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Brandon. Here's my closing thought for you guys. I wrote it down. I'll leave you with this. People often overestimate what they can accomplish in one day, but dramatically underestimate what they can accomplish in 26 weeks. They underestimate that, guys. Let me tell you, in 5 months, I changed my life. I went from zero to $100,000 in cash flow in my business. We have 6 months left. We have 6 months left. I believe it's possible for you to make some dramatic changes. So I want to leave you with this again. I'll repeat it. People often overestimate what they can accomplish in one day, but dramatically underestimate what they can accomplish in 26 relentless weeks of consistency. Remember, a year is never won in January. It's won in the decisions you make when everyone else's excitement has faded. This isn't the middle of the year. This is the beginning of your comeback. This is your opportunity to rewrite your story. The first half of the year, all it did is give you feedback. You have the statistics. The second half of the year will give you choice. So today, treat July like it was January. Write your goal. Commit to your process. Fall in love with discipline. Become the leader your future business requires. Go through that transformation. And when people ask what changed, tell them, I finally realized I didn't need another year. I just needed one big decision. We got 26 weeks. Let's go kill it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. All gas and no brakes. It's been an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege to speak to you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me. Happy New Year. Happy 4th of July. For those of you that actually go out there and blow fireworks, please be safe. And I'll see you next Friday. Same channel, same time, same place. Be blessed, guys. Thank you.